In a busy city, there was a small antique shop called Timekeeper's Treasures. It was owned by an elderly woman named Mrs. Eldridge, who knew a lot about the items in her shop. Among the dusty shelves was a special pocket watch that ticked louder than the others. One rainy afternoon, a young man named Oliver came in to escape the storm. He was drawn to the pocket watch and picked it up. Mrs. Eldridge smiled at him. "That watch is special. It doesn't just keep time, it holds memories." Curious, Oliver asked, "What do you mean?" Mrs. Eldridge explained that if someone concentrated while winding the watch, they could relive a moment from their past. Skeptical but intrigued, Oliver decided to try it. He closed his eyes, wound the watch, and thought of his late grandmother, who used to tell him stories by the fireplace. Suddenly, he found himself back in her cozy living room, with the smell of cookies in the air. His grandmother was there, laughing and telling stories. Oliver felt the warmth of her embrace and was filled with happiness. When the moment faded, he returned to the shop, tears in his eyes. "That was amazing," he said, touched by the experience. Mrs. Eldridge nodded. "It's a gift to cherish memories, but remember, you can't stay in the past. Life goes on." Encouraged, Oliver began visiting the shop often, using the watch to relive his favorite moments with his grandmother. Each visit filled him with joy, but he started to realize he was losing touch with the present. One day, while winding the watch, he had a realization. He didn't want to keep reliving the past. He wanted to make new memories. He decided to honor his grandmother by writing down her stories and starting a storytelling club in his neighborhood. When he told Mrs. Eldridge, she smiled. "You've learned an important lesson. While memories are precious, the moments we create now are what truly matter." Grateful, Oliver thanked Mrs. Eldridge and left the shop with the watch still ticking in his pocket. He used it as a reminder of his grandmother, focusing on building his own story filled with laughter, friends, and the joy of the present.